Hello, I'm Carol, and I did a radio interview yesterday about my book and came to the topic of forgiveness and why that is so important in our lives. And I thought I might read you a little passage from Bathsheba, Bathed in Grace, how she forgave David after the great offense that had been done to her and her child had died, and she went into mourning for many days. One afternoon, David came into my room. I wanted to turn from him, to pull the covers over me, but something within me urged, so I sat up. "Bathsheba, may I sit?" He paused as if needing my permission. I nodded. "I have missed your presence in the palace. I long to see you and bring comfort to you. Though our child has gone to be in the arms of God, I know you weep and mourn still." He paused as if making sure the words perched on his lips were just right. I wrote a psalm that calmed my anxious and weary soul when I was running from Saul, hiding in the caves of En-Gedi, and engaging in many fierce and dangerous battles. Yes, Lord, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. The silence melted away as I began to weep from the depths of my soul with guttural groans and sounds I could scarcely believe were coming from me. My sense of feeling returned and I was moved. I knew my need. I turned to my king, held out my arms. Bathsheba. I leaned into him and surrendered my heavy yoke upon his shoulders. He raised his strong hand and pressed my head more firmly to him. I yielded to his tender care. Inside my soul, Adonai began cutting away the bitterness and unforgiveness I had harbored for so long. I stayed with the pain until it was done. David continued to hold me as I drifted off halfway between reality and slumber. He restores my soul. He restores my soul. The words played in my head long after David uttered them. I knew God wanted to restore my soul. I needed his restoration. I was ready for my healing. Something was stirring again. I could stay locked in this prison of my pain forever. Or I could forgive David, thus freeing us both. I had felt dead for so long. I took a deep breath. Lord God, forgive me and grant me courage to start over. I sat back and looked into David's eyes. I forgive you. I straightened as I realized the words were true, and inside, it was I who was free, able to begin anew. I was not the only one to lose a child. I'm sorry your son died. He exhaled deeply and, taking my hands, closed his eyes and wept. I leaned into him, and in that moment our hearts fused. Everything had been said, and words were an intrusion.